on this computer. Here we go. All right, ladies. So I wanted to make a few announcements first. We are still in the process of revamping the dynamic force training. We're actually going to do it. It'll be kind of like in an app format. You'll be able to click on it, go through the modules, and then it'll be like, you're done with your training, and you'll get like a nice email reminder just to remind you how far you've come, and it's gonna, you guys are gonna really like it. But we really want to do it right. We don't just want to get it out to you. We want to record some videos. We want to add some new content, get rid of content that doesn't apply. We created this like early last year, so just be patient. But in the meantime, don't wait for the new training to come out. Boss Basics is amazing. Andrea worked really, really hard on that, and I know that you guys gave great feedback that you like it to come from the three of us, which we totally understand, but there's great content in that training. So just pop it on in your car. You don't have to sit down and watch it. Like, let's be honest, who has an hour to watch someone else talk? Nobody does. Pop it on when you're driving, listen to it. And then I just uploaded a few like check-off sheets that I found in the back office, because there's a lot of amazing content that somebody already creates for us. I mean, they essentially give us an entire marketing platform in the back office. So take some time and look at that if you can. Look around. I posted a really awesome challenge group social media post. And it's basically just ideas on how to get people curious about a challenge group. It gives you a prompt, like, I used to be blank and now I'm blank. Like, it gives you ideas on how to post on social media to get people intrigued about a challenge group. So that's in the file section. And I also posted first 30 minutes, first 30 hours, and first 30 days. It's kind of a thing that Beachbody does, which we've never really taken up as new training just because we like to create our own. But it's great little checkoff sheets of like, and I looked at it, most of you guys already have done the first 30 minutes and the first 30 hours, but there's a great goal worksheet that literally just has like my coach ID, where I can, like, do I know how to navigate my coach office? What are the vital behaviors? What are my goals? Like, it's just a nice little, like, simple stuff that maybe you've heard in training or heard us talk about, but just a little reminder. So look at that. I kind of blew up the wall and added like 4 or 5 different files. So just go check. And speaking of files, we have had Dynamic Force up and running for about a year. So we've got a lot of great content in the file section already in the team page. We've got some calls that we've recorded and uploaded there. So, you know, if you're sitting around one Saturday and you've got a TV show on, like, we're not telling you, we're going to talk about this tonight. We're not telling you to spend all this extra time in your business, but just think about, you could play a video when you're mopping the floor or doing some laundry and have it playing in the background. Like, you can figure out a way to absorb some of this knowledge without adding extra solo Beachbody time. Like, we get it. We're all busy. We all work. We all have busy lives, but we also understand the potential in this business. And I wish I knew what I knew now 2 years ago, when I thought it had to be all or nothing. Like, I was like, I've either got to commit to this and want to be a top 10 coach, or it's just going to be a hobby and I'm just going to be in a challenge group. I had no idea if I could just learn some basic core knowledge, what a difference it could have made for me a year or so ago. But whatevs, we're here now. And tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about consistency. I think that it's a great word to describe my personal health journey and a lot of y'all's that you just completed with 80 Day, how Dynamic Force has completely shifted. Like, to sit here and see 10 people on this call when sometimes it would just be me and Laura. Like, our team has grown substantially since Summit. And that's not even like, that wasn't even like a year ago. Like, it's insane. And we didn't do anything magical. I mean, as much as we'd like to believe we're unicorns, we didn't do anything magical. We just believed so much in ourselves and our business. And like, I don't think Ashley's on here tonight, but she said something to me earlier in a message, and she said, I can't contain the awesomeness right now. Like, all of you guys are on fire right now because you just finished 80-day obsession or P90X or, you know, your first 2 rounds of 21-day fix, you've got proof that these products work. You've got these amazing before and afters. You're on fire. And that's what you've got to hold on to, because when that fades, your journey's going to fade. You're not going to want to do the business anymore. And it comes back to consistency. So do you all know what the 4 vital behaviors are? I want everybody to shake their head. Yeah. You do them, you probably just don't know what they are. So the 4 vital behaviors, which is literally all we do, it's about doing them consistently. Number 1 is being a product of the product. All the people I see on this screen right now are doing that. Like, number 1. And if you set a goal for yourself in your business and you're not reaching it, that is the first thing you should go back and look at. Am I being a product of the product? Because 9 times out of 10, that's why you're not reaching whatever goal you set for yourself. And when I say goal, it doesn't have to be huge. It could be, I want to sell an all access pass this month. I want to sign up 5 free customers in a free group. Like, it doesn't have to be, I want to make $500 or I want to advance to 2-star. Like, everybody's goal is going to look different. I know that everybody on this call tonight and everybody that's on our team has some kind of goal outside of just helping yourself, or you wouldn't have been able to be a coach. If you want to help yourself, but you want to help at least one other person. So if that's your goal for the month, help that one person. But you got to stick with your goal first. So being a product of the product, that's consistency right there. Getting up, doing your workout every day, following that meal plan, not allowing yourself to veer off that meal plan. I know that that's probably why my business hasn't shot up like I've wanted it to, because I haven't been being a product of the product. Like, I was talking to Laura the other day about on Facebook how you're, you know, on this day popped up and it was a progress picture and it was like day 1, day 7, day 13. So I was doing something. I was doing some program. And I looked at that day 13, and I'm sure at that point last year, I felt so proud of that day 13 compared to where I am now. And I was like, you would have thought that was the beginning of my journey. I could not believe what a difference I have changed in the year. And you're just doing 80-day obsession. And the only thing that's changed is my consistency. I didn't quit on myself. I didn't make an excuse in between 21-day fixes to, you know, eat crap food and drink too much. Yes, I did one day speak a big story on my call. This is our team, though. I know it looks like the Misfit call because there's all these boxes. Right. Yeah, I'm telling them a big story. So consistency. Number 2, inviting people. Becca says hi. Right now, you're on fire because you just finished a program. And you guys, I mean, I see it in your posts. I see it when you guys talk in our chats. I see it when you talk to me. You want to go and tell the world how amazing you feel. You want to go tell the world how amazing these challenge groups are. You want to go invite naturally. You're not even having to try. Like, you want to scream it to the rooftops. Number 3, recognition. We do such an amazing job of that. And how good does it feel? Like, think about when you just give somebody a compliment. Like, I'm such an over complimenter, but it's just become second nature to me. And it makes you feel good. It makes them feel good. And I love that we celebrate the heck out of each other and out of our challengers for simple things like giving up Diet Coke for a few days, or, you know, maybe someone, I mean, we've got so many people in the challenge group right now. Maybe somebody getting a workout in the evening, squeezing it in when they cook, whatever. We shout them out, and it just makes them feel so good. And to know that, wow, these girls are really supporting me. And number 4 is PD. We all know how important PD is. And I have to be honest, my upline Jenny would always be like, are you reading your PD? And I'd be like, no. And she'd be like, well, you shouldn't be doing anything else unless you're getting your workout done and reading your PD. And I was like, whatever. And once you get through your first book, you're like, okay, your fears go away. You learn how to handle objections. You learn how to love yourself and not give a flying flippity flip what anybody has to say. And I think the number one thing that PD has helped me with is the objection part, because you're going to love people regardless of what journey they're on. We're not here to hate on other MLMs. We're not here to tell them keto's bad for them. We're not here to defend anything they're doing. We're just here to tell them how much our life has changed and to keep doing us, okay? Because nobody wants to sign up with us if we're going to sit here and bash other people. Like, you know, because let's be honest, if you just started on this journey and you haven't been to a live event yet, get to one, because when you get to meet Carl, those of you that are going to Summit this year, you are going to fall so massively in love with this company, because I'm not even shitting you. Sorry, Sophie. Like, the pure genuineness of this company goes from this screen right here all the way up to our CEO. Like, Carl's mission is so powerful. Like, other than any CEO I've ever, like it's mind-boggling. Like, and when you hear him speak, there's someone that's not, I got it. It's mind-boggling. So just be you. Just be you and make sure you're doing that first. And first and foremost, before you worry about how you're going to invite other people, you've got to get the core consistency down for yourself first, okay? So all of you, I think, have completed a program. Bree just started 80 Obsession. I'm so proud of that chick. Her plate is so full right now and she's killing it. Heather just got her box today. I know she's super excited. But I'm preaching to the choir here. But all of you guys have completed a program start to finish, and that's an amazing accomplishment, okay? So product to the product, invite, recognize, and PD. Those are the 4 vital behaviors. And that's really all you have to do, okay? All the other stuff, it just gets cluttered up sometimes, all right? Whether you intend to help 1 person a month, whether you intend to help 3 because you want to get your Shakeology covered, whether your intention is, now I have FOMO of all those girls in Mexico, I want to hit Success Club every month so I get invited to the next trip, whether it's to buy groceries, whether it's to pay for your utility bill, like whatever that looks like for you, you just need to have a goal every month. And your goal is not going to look like your goal, it's not going to look like your goal. Don't feel like you have to compare it to someone else's. If Success Club, if you could care flippity flip about making Success Club, like Preet's not on here right now, but that girl has such a light to help others. And she's so busy right now, working full time, being a mom, going to school. She can't even comprehend like commission, like running a challenge group. Like she literally posted the other day, she's like, I want to help somebody because I know how much this program has changed my life. I would like to gift all access to somebody. Like, she's not even making a profit this month. She just wants to help somebody. So everybody's goal is going to look different, but you need to have one in mind. And what I think is a really good time to brainstorm that is after your workout or after your PD. When you're like inspired, when you're motivated, and sit down in a quiet space for a second and like really think. Think about, if my life could be effortless today, if I had no barriers, what would that look like? Would that be, I don't know, an extra $500? If it would be, I could pay this credit card bill on time without having to have the late fee because I don't have the money to pay by the 15th. Would it be to put some money aside so I can finally take my family on a vacation that I haven't done in so many years? Like, really think about it, because that's going to be the stuff that's going to keep this magic flowing for you guys and want you to keep getting up every morning, doing that workout, and inviting others to this opportunity. Back to the consistency part. Again, whether you want to be a hobby coach, whether you want to be a part-time coach, whether you want to quit your nursing job by the end of the year and be a full-time Beachbody coach, we're all going to be doing the exact same activities. It's just a matter on what kind of level. And it's all about doing it every single day, okay? For example, Say your plate is so full, like most of you are, all right? Set a timer, whether it's in the morning while your Energize is kicking in, whether it's when your kid's in the bathtub, whether it's literally 15 minutes before you go to bed. Set a timer, 15 minutes. Start with that and sit down and say, you know what, I'm gonna get on Facebook. I'm not scrolling. I'm not seeing what Aunt Mary Jane's doing. You know, I'm not seeing what my ex-boyfriend's third girlfriend.
Look, Aunt Mary Jane might be in her 70s, but she rocks some fine fashion, ladies.
I do like Aunt Mary Jane. That totally was random.
And tomorrow's 420.
Sit down. It's hard. It's hard. I saw something today. It was like, please make sure you leave the something out for Snoop Dogg tonight. I was like, it had me.
Yeah, don't forget to leave the milk and cookies out for Snoop Dogg. Tomorrow's 420.
It made me laugh. But now I lost my train of thought, Franklin. But just sit down and make a goal. All right. If you guys haven't looked in the file section, Laura Ogle made a fantastic dynamic force planner. I'll show you what one of the sheets look like. When I'm gonna be real honest, it's rare that I sit down and do a legit entire hour. But you better believe I pull this mofo out, squirrel brain ass organized. So it has these lovely check boxes and lines on it. And you can sit down and say, I'm just going to work on this for 15 minutes. I don't care if I fill out 2 lines or all 12 of them. When that timer goes off, I'm going to put it away. And I'm done for today. My biggest thing when I first started coaching was I felt like every conversation I started had to end in a challenge pack. And I didn't stop until I made a sale because I was excited, but I was also very pushed to like get success starters and get success clubs, starting your first month and you know, all those things are great, but I was so consumed by missing goals that I had set for myself that I would be in the bathroom at work. Like it was like, it consumed my life. And when it starts consuming your life and your husband and your kids are like, I thought this was going to give you a life of freedom and you're always on your phone, then that's a problem. So doing this for 15 minutes a day might not do anything today or this week or even this month, but it's going to compound. And if you're consistent every day, whether it's 15 minutes, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's an hour, it's going to matter. It's going to matter 3 months from now. It's going to matter 6 months from now. And I'm sure Laura Franklin can attest to this. All the people that you're inspiring today that are watching your stories, that are commenting on your posts, those are going to be your challenge pack sales 3 or 4 months from now because they're watching you, but they need to see that you're going to be consistent first. They want to see that you're showing up for yourself every day and you're getting results before they buy something from you. They don't want, I mean, our social media is engrossed with multi-level marketing companies now, so we've got to stand out. And if you show up every single day and they can see that workout on your social media post, you're getting up in the morning and you've got a screen like this full of like our 5 a.m. Zoom people, they know what to expect from you tomorrow. So they're like, oh, okay, well, I just basically watched her go through her program. I know what she's doing. I know when she's doing it. I can see she's busy. I can see she works. I can do that too. Then they're going to reach out to you. And I don't do a whole lot of hey girls anymore. And if that works for you, do it. I used to do it all the time. But honestly, I've been so consistent in my business for the past 6 months that I can post a call to action and I have people respond to it. They will message me and say, yes, I am interested, actually. Yeah, when does your group start? Yeah, can I have more information? But if you're not consistent and you're not consistently doing the same habits and you're not consistently posting those call to actions, they're not going to start coming to you. And then you are going to have to do more of that. I don't want to call it grunt work, but you're going to have to do more of that work that is more work and less fun to get your rewards. And, you know, I'm not saying not to message people. I love thank yous. I love birthdays. Thank yous are the easiest initiation of a conversation you can do. Any of your posts, any of your Instagram stories, sending somebody a quick one-liner that just says, dude, thank you for your support. It gets really vulnerable sharing my live workouts with everybody, but it really helps me stay accountable, so I appreciate the support. I have never had anybody come back and be nasty. They either don't respond, but 9 times out of 10, they're like, you're so inspiring, keep it up. It might not turn into a challenge pack. It might not feel right for me to organically keep talking to that person. I might send them a nice little heart emoji and call it a day. But they might say, I've been watching you. I've been thinking about doing what you're doing. Can you tell me more? And maybe that's only one response out of 20 thank yous. But you've got to be consistent every single day. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about the vital behavior? I want to dig into a little bit of like what you should do if you only have 15 minutes. What are the key things to keep your business going and keep your funnel open?
So Ingrid asked what the best PD is. Ingrid, if you don't have like an issue, I would say your best PD for consistency, like Grace Not Perfection, You Are a Badass, Girl Code, all of those are really good for like your soul. But if you just want to like dig into your business, Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect, listen to it, read it. He talks about momentum. And the best thing you can have on your side is momentum because it snowballs. And you know what? It feels really heavy to push a snowball to the top of a hill, right? And you're pushing and you're pushing and you're hey girling and you're birthdaying and you're thank youing and you're commenting on people's posts and and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing. But once you get to the top of the hill, like I feel like in the last 6 weeks, I've gotten to the top of the hill because I've been consistent in my journey and sharing my journey. And you guys have already been doing that. Once you get to the top of the hill, and if you don't have anybody to thank, go back to your results pictures that you all posted on Sunday and thank the shit out of them. And if you didn't post them, put them together and thank them now. But once you get to the top of the hill, the snowball starts building itself. And he talks about how to use momentum and why consistency is important. And it's not the feel-good, touchy-feely, girl wash your face or mastering your inner mean girl. But if you've read You Are a Badass, you've read Grace Not Perfection, you've read all of it. It also, all of that sits in the same genre. So what I would challenge you to do for PD is branch out. Don't read Grace Not Perfection if you've already read You Are a Badass. Don't read Girl Wash Your Face if you've already read Grace Not Perfection. Don't read Mastering Your Inner Mean Girl if you've read all of those previous books. Go get a book about positive psychology. Go get a book about network marketing. Personal development doesn't all have to be the touchy-feely, give you chills when you read it, identify with it, personal development. And I think sometimes we need to challenge ourselves to dig in. And so if I was going to recommend personal development around consistency, I would say The Compound Effect. He does mix in the touchy-feely, and he talks about coming from an abusive household, and his mom left him, and his dad was an asshole. And so you get the touchy-feely, but he links the science of the compound effect. He uses really good examples of like a dude who changes his diet and the friend doesn't, and it's still relatable, but it's not the super touchy-feely version. And I would branch out. Don't just read female authors. Read Brandon Bouchard. Read, if you're looking for something for your soul, read Eckhart Tolle. Like, I think, especially in the team, I've noticed people read the The Universe Has Your Back. But I've noticed in the team, and when she said what's a good PD to start with, you guys all use the same PD theme. I just noticed that, which is great. It feels good, right?
No, that's a really good idea because I'm in love with Girl Wash Your Face. So when I started reading Mastering Your Inner Mean Girl, I was like, I just wasn't into it because I had heard all this stuff before. Not that it wasn't good to hear, but I ended up gifting that book to someone that really needed to hear that message. That's a really good point. But so if you've only got 15 minutes, hi, sweetie. I'll see you in one sleep. Things that are consistent to keep your business moving forward. Obvious, working out, sharing your journey. And I would also recommend you guys to transformation. And yes, it's fine on like Transformation Tuesday to share somebody else's, but post your own. Whether it's just a face by face, whether it's a talking about like share a picture, you don't even have to look different. Like if you haven't had a massive weight loss, share a picture from a few years ago where you look sad or wherever you were and talk about how different you are from a mental perspective or how much your body confidence has grown. Like the algorithms on Facebook, we're never going to be able to combat them. So don't feel like you're oversharing. Just don't post 5 transformation pictures of yourself in one day. But there's nothing wrong with doing it weekly because the person that missed it last Tuesday might need to see it next Friday. I've said this before, but I got into the habit of posting a transformation photo of myself every Friday. Again, consistency. My followers knew to come to my page on Fridays, I was going to post. And maybe I had an off week and I didn't have a lot to share, but I shared that with them because it was real, it was raw, and it was normal. And I've had so many of you guys that I've signed as coaches say, I connected with you because you're honest. Like I connected with you because you remind me of myself. I connected with you because you might have a 2-pack, but that's probably all you're going to get. And that comes and goes, but I relate to you. Like people want to hear how you're getting through this journey. Okay. They don't want to go follow somebody that's already a fitness model. Like maybe if that's your vibe, but let's be honest, you're not going to connect with them. So find consistency. And that's another thing that this is good about. We paid a shit ton for Josh Coates' training, and Laura Ogle made this planner based off of the planner he gave us. So if you look on the coaching behaviors, they're different every day. Okay. So like it might be go live. Just have fun with it. Like those of you that haven't really got out of that box to go live much, start doing it more because it's going to become so fun and your audience just loves to watch you. Whether you're talking about, I don't know how many times Laura Franklin has gone live in her kitchen talking about random shit from meal planning to Tupperware and Ellie's crying in the background and people love it because it's real life. When you sit in an office done up with makeup, no, maybe sometimes they'll be, girl, you look fabulous, but just go live.
I got 380 comments on a live video about putting plastic shelves in my husband's bathroom vanity.
Yeah. One of the reasons
I need to go live. I haven't done that in a while. People love a good drunk random Laura Franklin live on a Saturday night. Y'all tune in about 8:45 Saturday night. Be ready. You can drink beer at Busch Gardens.
One of the reasons I started following Brittany was because she had these car confessionals on her IG in the morning. I'm pretty sure I named it Brittany's Car Confessionals, but she would just sit in her car in the parking lot of work and just say whatever was on her damn mind. And I was like, girl, you're so funny. Like, I've thought of that. I've been there. Like, some of the times it didn't even make no damn sense. She just was literally sharing what was on her mind. And I was like, I love Brittany's Car Confessionals. And I knew to tune in every morning for Brittany's IG Car Confessionals. I was obsessed with them. That's when my girl crush started. Check in with the team page, check in with the groups. There's different coach behaviors every single day, but 2 things, if I don't get off topic. Don't stop adding to your network, okay? Don't stop adding to your network because eventually your funnel is going to dry up, okay? And when your funnel dries up, you get in a rut and it's really hard, like she was talking about that snowball, it's really, really hard to get that going again when you're like, I feel like I've talked to all these people. I feel like it's the same people liking and commenting on my stuff. Where's all the new people? Because it's going to take time to form with them. So when I first started coaching, I literally, the friends of friends that popped up on Facebook, I would add 3 to 5 a day. Now, I would look at their page and make sure I'd want to have a glass of wine with them. I liked them, you know, But 9 times out of 10, if they see that you have a mutual friend in common, they're going to accept your friend request. Okay. And I'm going to tell you guys something really funny that I just did. So I've tried to use Pinterest to expand my network because I like to lay in bed at night and just dream of like my dream home. And like,
you have the most random Pinterest I've ever followed.
I know, it is very random, but I like to follow other people's pages. So when you follow other people's pages, their content comes up just like your Facebook does. Well, there's this one girl that is in my wall all the time. And I'm like, everything I go to repin is hers. So I legit looked her ass up on Facebook, waited for her to accept my friend request, and then literally sent her a message that said, hey, Katie, this is either going to be really creepy and you're going to go and block me right now, but I follow you on Pinterest somehow, and I think you're kind of awesome, and I think we should be friends. And I sent it. And she literally came back and she was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Where are you from? Like, and now I have a new best friend. Now, she could have blocked me, but who knows? Okay.
Careful throwing around the best friend business.
Not best friend. You can do the same thing on Instagram. One thing I like to do to find my tribe on Insta is I like to go to pages of things I'm obsessed with. Kenny Chesney, Target. I've done Stitch Fix before. I've done Starbucks. I've done other various country artists, like things I'm into, and I'll click on their followers because obviously we've already got something in common. And I'll scroll down. Now, granted, if you've got a 15-minute timer, do it for 15 minutes. If you haven't connected with anybody, if you haven't found anybody that lights your soul on fire that day, that's okay. Your timer's done. You're done with your 15-minute power hour. Your business is done for the day. Move on. You got to set boundaries for yourself or you're going to get burnt out in this. But if you can be consistent every single day, you're going to see rewards. But anyway, so I'll click on their page. Okay. If, say I found Sarah under Kenny, okay? Say her page is private. Sometimes I will just send them a random follow request and see if they'll accept it. If I like their picture and maybe their little quote is like, I love Jesus, Corona, and Kenny. I'm like, girl, right here. Like, I don't need to see her page. I'm just going to click follow. She may not accept it because her page is private, or she might. My page was private when Jenny found me, and look where I am now. If their page is public, I will scroll through, see if I like what they have to say, if I'm vibing with her, and you can pick up if you're vibing with someone on Instagram real quickly. Like, don't waste a lot of time. Go through like the first 8 photos, and if nothing's bye, next. There's like a bazillion people on Instagram. Comment on something and genuine. Don't just be like winky eye emoji. Like genuinely comment on it. You know, like I'm sure I was stalking. Bree always posted about like positivity. Like I was like, you've got to be. I think I asked her that. I was like, I love your page, girl. Are you a coach? Because like literally she posted about fitness, how awesome her mental transformation was, and how she liked to help others. And I was like, she's got to be a coach. She's got to be a coach. And then write them down. So I like to just use a notebook, and I'll be like, all right, Sarah, Beth, Amy, Instagram. I'll leave it alone. I'll come back the next day or whenever I sit down to do my power hour again or my power 15 minutes. And if they've accepted my friend request on Facebook or if they've accepted my follow on Instagram, I will highlight it and shoot them a little message. Hey girl, thanks for the follow. I really vibe with you too. Keep on rocking. Done. Okay? I don't like to do cold invites, but every now and again, I have to be honest. Sometimes it just clicks and I'm like, I'm obsessed with your page or blah, 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 or whatever. Or you've been following me for a while. You've been watching my stories. You want to join a challenge group, whatever. You got to do what feels right for you. You're going to hear a lot of different things in these trainings. You've got to do what feels right for you. Yes. So if you only have time for those 2 things every day, that is what is going to keep your momentum going. Okay. And you can do that in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes. Like I should honestly be probably doing it for a legit hour every day with the goals that I have. I've personally got to step my game up because I probably do more of a 20, 30 minute unorganized, non-tracking power hour every day. And I see consistency in my business, but it's not the consistency I want. Like, I don't want to make Success Club 5 every month. I want to make Success Club 20 or 30 or 40. I don't want to sign 2 coaches a month. I want to sign 4 or 10. Like, that's the numbers I'm shooting for because I want to make this my full-time job. Okay. But with that being said, the final piece I want to mention is that one other piece, this is not related to consistency. Well, I guess it is. Being grateful every single day for something. I was in a mental block for so long because my business was not moving forward. And to be honest, even though my team has grown, my monetary income has not had this shoot up that I need to quit my job. And that was a huge like gut wrencher for me, that I'm not seeing these huge jumps in my paychecks every week. But I had to stop blocking that blessing. And I had to be proud of meeting Bree and meeting Brittany and, you know, seeing Rebecca on fire right now and helping other people. Like, I'm so proud of every team volume that's in my back office. I am proud if my paycheck is $5. And having that sense of consistent gratitude every single day for every penny that comes into my life, whether it comes to Beachbody, whether I find $5 in my back jean pocket, whether it's because I was able to cash in my credit card rewards on a restaurant gift card, like spending those few moments after you read your PD and literally just journaling about gratitude, it's like coffee for your soul. And if you can keep the gratitude up, if you can be consistent with what we just talked about, adding to your network, starting conversations with people, and staying consistent with your own journey, all the other magic just starts happening. So if you've ever been on a national wake up call and you hear people say, it just happened, I wasn't even trying, I just like hit 5-star, and you're like, bitch, let's be real. Like, that's what they mean. Like, all they did was they just started being consistent. They didn't do anything magical. They were just like, okay, I need to check myself. I know what I need to do. I just need to do it every day. And whether I'm doing it for 15 minutes or 60, I need to do it every day. And then 6 months down the road, they're like, holy crap, my team's on fire because I've taught them the same thing. And everybody is hitting Success Club. And I'm halfway to Elite. And how did this happen? How did I go from Emerald rank to freaking Diamond in a year? Like, they weren't pushing for that rank. They weren't pushing for the $1,000 a week. They were just being consistent. And then all the magic happens. And those are when you have those moments that you're like, when you wake up in the morning, like the other day, Jessica said, I woke up and someone was just like, I'm ready to be a coach. And you're like, oh my God, that feels so awesome. Or when you wake up and someone's like, I'm ready to buy a challenge pack. You didn't do anything magical. You didn't do anything different. You've just been consistent and you've been putting that energy out in the universe. You've got to read the universe as you back. That's when I started being a little woo-woo. I was like, all right, Gabby, I got you. I'm liking this. But it's so true, guys. It's so true. And I want to finish with one final piece. I was doing some kind of research for this call tonight, and I came across some statistics from 2017, and it kind of blew my mind, okay? In 2017, the percent of coaches that were diamond rank was 2%. That's it, 2%. The percent of coaches that were star diamond or above was 1.2%. Like, that blows my mind. That blows my mind. 17% were emeralds and 79% were just coaches. And I guarantee you, 79% that are just coaches are doing the vital behaviors every day. They're just not being consistent about it. And if they started being consistent, they'd be like, holy crap, where did these paychecks come from? Like, it's stupid bull how easy it is to make money in this business when you really think about it. Like, when you really stop I wish Shaylee was on this call right now. Shaylee's one of my new coaches. She's my future sister-in-law if my brother-in-law will ever pop the question to her. Homegirl has not done a lick of training. She has no idea what she's doing, but she's so excited about these programs because she's always been the skinny girl. She's always been weak and frail. She doesn't need to lose weight, but she's like, I'm strong. I can like do a push-up. I can lift this whatever pound weight. Like, she's like, I never thought I could be the strong girl. And my brother-in-law is a personal trainer. So imagine how that feels. I'm sure she's gone to the gym with him. I'm sure she's done his programs. But for the first time in her life, she's so empowered. And without even knowing what the vital behaviors were, she just started sharing that shit on Instagram. And she's at Success Club 4. And when I told her that, she's like, what's Success Club? She had no idea what she was doing. She had no idea what a Success Club point was. She's just so on fire about sharing it. And she legit was like, how did I get a paycheck? Like, this is so stupid how easy this is. Like, she's so naive, but it's because she's not overcomplicating it yet. It's just like in nursing. We learn all this information and then we like freak out when like our kids left ankle hurts because we think they've got bone cancer because we know too much. It's the same thing with coaching. Like, we start doing training after training after training that we forget to just put the shit into action. We think we need to keep learning this and learning that and learning this. It's like, I just need to sit down and do my power hour. I'm guilty, I know. And find different ways to just squeeze it in. Listen to Audible if you don't have time to read or, whatnot. But it's totally doable. And I cannot even begin to describe the amazing feeling right now of being a leader of this team and seeing all of you on here. And I 150% believe in you guys and believe in this team and believe we're going to be elite and believe that people that want to quit their jobs are going to quit their jobs. Like, this isn't bullshit. Like, what this company has to offer us, guys, is so flipping real. And to hear that only 2% of 450,000 coaches are doing just a little bit of work every day, like, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. All right, I think I've talked enough. Does anybody have any questions? Nobody? I think Franklin's been keeping up with the
All right, well, have dinner.
Brittany, freaking awesome. Brittany said, I woke up this morning to one of my exes wanting to get in shape for his wedding. Of course he does, because he sees that ass and he's like, wish I wasn't an ex now.
Yeah, revenge body. The other thing I would talk about, it just flipped out of my brain. Oh, you guys were going back and forth about tips on how to go live. Basically, people just want to know that they just want to identify with you. And so if you figured out some like super basic life hack, like Laura Ogle had me go live about, actually, I'll probably go live again the next time I pack, because I do have some pretty good life hacks about packing, but they're like crap you already have in your house. Like I link my necklaces up in a straw so that they don't all tangle up. And I don't do anything earth-shattering, but
that blew my mind though.
Yeah, and it's just like basic stuff, and then you're like, you just form a conversation with people, right? So going live and tagging somebody you know who's always on social media for their birthday, and then you end up on a live video feed that is on Andrea Crowder's freaking timeline. I mean, we were like,
that's
right,
a really
like
good idea.
You can go live and wish your best friend a happy birthday. You can go live from your kid's birthday party and tag your grandmother who can't be there. It doesn't have to be some like well thought out, like planned out so that you work yourself up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, I feel like people get like, well, I don't know what to go live about. Well, what the hell happened in your day-to-day? I feel like I struggle with it now that I use Instagram stories. I feel like I've already shared this. Oh, that was distracting. What's that? Sorry. I don't go live as much now that I have Instagram stories, but I'm sure there's some shit I could go live about.
And it's probably gonna, like, if you have kids, or like, it could be a shit show. Like, I think I've shared this. The first time I went live, I was like, after a workout, I was so pumped. I just wanted to like tell people that they can do this too. And Sophie legit came up to me and said, you and Daddy get drunk all the time. Like it was like in no context of anything we were talking about. And I was just like, well, do I stop this and delete this right away? I was just kind of like, all right, so fun's in life. And like everybody was like, this one time my kid said this when I was here, like they didn't even care what I was trying to inspire them about. They were just like, man, kid. Like I was like, I'm not an alcoholic. Like, like it's gonna happen. Or like when Sophie was licking the freaking salt lamp when I was like on live one day, and I was like, I hope that's gonna kill her. Like, don't worry about it. It's not gonna be perfect. That's why it's live. And if you need to practice, hop in a team page and just talk to us about random shit, just to kind of like, I used to have this fear that I was on the wrong page or in the wrong group when I went live. So I would like go live and then stop and check and go live again. But now I don't even give an ish. I'm just like, whatever. I wanted to say one more thing and I freaking forgot. I don't remember. Oh, you guys are killing it though. Go check out that file section though, for real. I have to admit, I'm a little unorganized, so I can't wait for us to get this new training together so we have a legit place to get you guys started off. But you can Google anything. If you message us, you're asking the team page and we can't get back to you, if you literally just Google, how can I earn Beachbody Success Club trips? It like, Google's gonna tell you everything. So, and you guys probably should go Google that and learn how you can earn it, because I'm gonna need all of you guys to be on the 2020 trip with me, okay?
So you're gonna tell, oh, Ashley Mosier just hopped on. You're gonna tell Robbie all about it. What?
We don't need Robbie even involved. You can bring somebody else. He's not gonna poop on my party.
He can hear you right now.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gals that I'm sure would love to accompany you on that trip. So.
No, I think he'd go.
He won't go. All right, ladies, I don't want to keep you too much longer. First, this
Sorry, Ashley, we're now.
It's probably the best group we've ever had going. The energy in it is infectious. I encourage you guys to pop on there and comment. A lot of you guys have been. Keep it engaged, interact with people. You know, you guys are the leaders of this challenge group, so they want to hear from you all. Does anybody have any questions? Nobody? Any comments? Anybody want to share their goals? Anybody? Hey, Ashley, that's Amanda. That's who you're sharing a room with. She's going to Summit.
It's Ashley Mosier that's not on, not Ashley Mills.
I'm sorry, Ashley. It's Ashley Mills that's going. I got excited. I wish Ashley Mosier was going too. But I want you guys to make that a goal for next year. Like, even if you don't intend to take this anywhere crazy, you legit just like being in the environment. It's the most amazing, like, 3 days of your life. Like, even if you just go for the fitness, to be able to work out with these trainers live twice, you just like, you come back and you're just like, I can't even explain it. Can't even explain it. I feel like you guys are all staring at me and it's kind of making me a little uncomfortable.
Me?
No, not you. I'm going to stare at you tomorrow though. I can't wait. Like, I'm going to be at your house by this time tonight.
Close.
Oh my God, it's Chris! We're like semi-meeting for the first time.
I can do all things through Beachbody, which gives me strength.
Say hello, Kelly. She's dying to meet you.
Oh, I'm just gonna put
I
my
don't
thumb
wanna
on
meet
the
you at
camera
all.
screen, that way I can't see Kelly.
Hi,
I'm
Chris.
the official husband hater of the group.
No, Chris and I
I
are
just
kind of
want to
obsessed
say
with
I
Kelly.
really appreciate y'all's group sessions because Becca doesn't have the time to meow.
I want to see the toys. See, Miss Kelly?
Like, take your compliment and then bam.
I thought you were going to say you were so proud of us for the amazing things we're doing.
Yeah,
Don't be jealous of our
yeah.
abs, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't drink the haterade.
I've been working my abs every day. I get up in
Let
the
me
morning,
see. Let me see.
Is tomorrow your Is tomorrow your day where you fast all day long? He's doing a
No,
non.
it was only like a 3 week.
That lasted 30 seconds. And
Oh,
homeboy
whatever.
hasn't been to the gym in a week.
I've been sick all week since
Oh, okay.
that's what happens at those Georgia weddings. You got kissing cousins. Somebody had strep throat.
We'll give you a pass this week, Winkler.
I give no passes, Winkler.
All right, guys. We'll let you
You
guys.
already broke the coffee pot.
Chris, as soon as I have a free night, I'm all yours. I'm going to one of your shows.
I'm all yours. That's a little personal.
It's kind of weird.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a little therapy session. Look at that.
I gotta say something really funny. When we were at Rebecca's house,
Document all this and call this the Real Housewives of the.
I told Sophia that Chris was a musician, and she thought I said magician. She goes,
Well, it just sounded like you said it again. Get your words out much, Nelson?
The green tea is like lit. Crazy.
Seriously,
Green tea.
He's been happy a lot.
Do you like my cup? People are gonna watch this recording back and be like, "Could you guys have stopped that about 10 minutes ago?"
Kelly, you need to listen to the screen so I can hear you.
What did he say?
Kelly. He's really
Not nonsense.
nonsense.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, ladies. I love all of you. We need like some kind of. Hold on. I need to like boomerang you or something.
Ben,
You cannot
can you
have,
watch him?
You cannot. Those are not.
Sorry.
What you
All
want?
right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. Tomorrow's Friday. Woohoo! All right. Peace out.